We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North.
Good afternoon. I gotta switch up. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. East, West, North, South, worldwide. Welcome to All About Sports 216 with me, Keith Allen. You can follow me at K_Allen at 569 on Twitter. And my man, Ed in Columbus. You can follow him at Ed_Columbus on Twitter as well, or X, however you want to call it. I still call it Twitter. Shit. I still call it Twitter, but hey, who's counting? But anyway, what's going on, Ed? How you doing today, sir?
Doing real well. Obviously, we'll get into some Guardians talks, and I had some PTSD flashbacks from last night. But overall, pretty well.
Yeah, this is All About Sports. It's the weekend wrap. When we do it on Saturdays, it's the weekend wrap and everything. And we're going to talk about things that happened this past week and things to come in the future. Next week. Next week, we're going to be talking about stuff like the NBA Finals with the Dallas Mavericks against the Boston Celtics. Then we're going to talk about the Cleveland Guardians and their series against the Miami Marlins. Then the Cleveland Browns have ended OTAs. They are now be starting mandatory minicamp this upcoming week. And last but not least, you know he had to get the WNBA stuff in. Catlin Clark was left off the Team USA women's basketball team. Mistake or not a mistake? Hey, anyway, like I said, the chat lines are open. Hit us up. I had a little technical difficulty last week where I didn't get all my chats and everything. Thank you, Sean Hall. Thank you, DJ Ronnie Cash, for commenting and everything. If you're on and you're watching, comment today. Hit us up. If you're watching on Twitter, you can hit us up, comment. If you're watching on YouTube, comment. Facebook, comment. Hit us up. We down to hear your questions or hear your comments because we will show them on here. Plus, also, be sure, as I scroll down here, be sure to subscribe to the Allen Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. That's right, the Allen Viz Media 2 YouTube channel, where you will get this show and the Triad Committee, which comes on later today around 5 o'clock this afternoon, this early evening. Be sure to subscribe. Got one subscriber last week. We need more. Definitely we need more. Also, excuse me. Today we coming on today because the brother man got to make money tomorrow. So money right now comes first for the end until y'all can make me a millionaire. But All About Sports will be coming on live every Sunday at 12 p.m. Not tomorrow, but every Sunday therefore after. And if not 12 p.m. on Sunday, it'll be just like how We Like Sports we'll go between Saturday and Sunday. Like We Like Sports show goes between Monday and Tuesday. So between Saturday and Sunday, but most likely normally on Sundays, every Sunday at 12 p.m. Summertime. Man. Well, first story we're going to go to. Let me scroll up here as we go to the NBA Finals. And the Dallas Mavericks, first, the finals finally got started. First off, finally got started. Boston had 9 days off. Dallas had 6 days off. And honestly, it was a one-sided contest on Thursday, with Boston winning 107-89. Is that the right score?
Yeah, 107-89. Yep.
107-89. Kristaps Porzingis. Oof. I'm gonna be honest. If he plays like that during the series, it might not look good for Dallas. But in all the series Dallas has been in, they've all got blown out in game one. And well, it's not lost. They cut it down to 9 in the third quarter, matter of fact.
Yeah.
So Dallas might make some few adjustments, but I don't know if Porzingis is playing like that. I don't know what can you do, Ed.
Well, I would say probably clean up a little bit, stop being sloppy. As being a Cavaliers fan and watching, 3 out of the 4 finals against Golden State not go our way, besides, one of them where actually all of them, basically game one, we got blown out in against Golden State. So the one I know with the J.R. Smith thing, but still we got blown out in the overtime. So it kind of was a blowout. So getting blown out in game one of the NBA finals is not gloom or doom for the team that gets blown out. Usually it's kind of what happens in the NBA finals. The home team does usually get the victory. Like you said, it'll come down to the game 2 adjustments. And I don't even know if there's much adjustments to be had. More or less making sure you got an extra body on Porzingis, maybe make somebody else beat you. And that's fine. But Boston, once again, they go periods with, like you said, they cut it down to 8 or 9 in the third. So after being up by 25, I know it kind of got out of hand at the end again. But, that Boston sometimes does, take their foot off the pedal a little bit. And the Mavericks have shown, like you said, that the ability to come back in games that they had been blown out in previously in other series. So I think this game 2 is very telling. I'm not saying Dallas has to win this game to win the series or make it a competitive series, but they will have to show some more fight, keep it close throughout the game and just see what happens. Because then obviously the series will shift to Dallas and we'll see what happens there. That would be a must win game 3. But no, I don't think it's anything that's, was unforetold or unforeseen. But I will say one thing. It's good if you're Boston because you only need 3 more victories.
That's true. 3 more victories, and hey, Dallas. It's like, in a sense, you could say Dallas got them right where they want them. In a sense,
I mean, it's just how it is in the NBA finals.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's on serve. It's on serve.
Right? Because I think Dallas takes game 1 to really evaluate, to see what they're really up against. Because you can look at it on TV and everything until you got to guard all those guys. You got to guard those guys and whatnot. And think about it. Boston beat them and Jason Tatum only scored 16 points.
That's the thing. I think the Porzingis that's the issue right now.
But when you got 5 guys in that lineup that can probably bust you for 20, it isn't really you don't look at it as really a big deal that Jason Tatum only scored 16. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, I mean, hey, Porzingis came out on fire off the bench. I was like, wow, who is this guy? Who is this guy? He came out like a man possessed on Thursday. And a lot of the rest had a lot to do with it and everything. And, hey, he looked good out there. For real. Because, man.
You can tell we're not big Boston fans by our reactions.
No. And the thing is, Luka and Kyrie can't hide on defense against this team. Because you got to guard all 5. You got to guard all 5. And then they was hitting threes. And when that team get to hitting threes, they're almost unbeatable. For real, for real.
Yeah, that's been their formula. We saw it with the Cavaliers series, and we saw it against Indiana, and they're doing what they need to be doing. And but home cooking is home cooking. They're going to shoot better at home, even though they don't play well at home. It seems like they do shoot better at home. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how it goes. Game 2 will be tomorrow night at 8:00. Any interesting things you think will play into game 2 tomorrow?
I think you're going to see a Luka masterpiece tomorrow. I think that's going to be the recipe. I think he's going to go for 40 plus. I think Kyrie's going to be in the 20s, 27, 28, and I think it's going to be a closer game. I'm not saying they're going to get the victory, but I think that's what Dallas needs. I think they need to go back to their bread and butter, which their bread and butter is just like with the Cavs, where it's LeBron going off. I think Luka will just need to go off, and I think he will.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a game tomorrow. Whether Dallas wins or not, that's neither here or there. But I think it's going to be a game tomorrow where Luka and Kyrie will probably combine to score close to 70.
Yeah, that's what they would need to do. Yep.
Yeah. They'll have to combine the 70, but they got to get something out of P.J. Washington.
Yeah.
And whoever else, you know what I'm saying? Gafford and company, and
Lively.
It's a Lively, Hardaway. But the thing is, Gafford and Lively are not really high-scoring dudes.
No.
But P.J. Washington could give you 15 or 20.
Yeah.
He's going to have to do that.
They're all going to need to play. They're all going to. The rebounders are going to need to rebound. You're going to get you need a third scorer. Yeah, it's going to be a complete total team effort to get a victory in Boston, and we shall see. I think Luka and Kyrie will carry as much as they can, but will that be enough? We shall find out.
We shall definitely find out. And also this week, it's been crazy weird because at first it looked like with the LA Lakers, it looked like JJ Redick was all set to become head coach, and wow, it just shows you perception and reality are two different things. Because LA done offered, Dan Hurley the bag.
Dan Hurley, Connecticut, yes.
Dan Hurley of Connecticut. They've offered him the bag to become the Lakers head coach. Now, what do you think of Dan Hurley becoming, if it all goes down, what do you think of Dan becoming a Lakers coach?
I'll say this. I'll give it in two perspectives. I'll give the Dan Hurley perspective and the Lakers perspective. From the Dan Hurley perspective, you've won back-to-back national championships. There's nothing much left to prove in the college game. You've showed that you're a complete coach because Connecticut, I believe, was a complete team with the backcourt, with the front court, with the ball movement. So he shows that he can coach a complete team now. So for his perspective, you're getting the bag. It's a win-win for him. I don't see why there's any reason for him not to accept, unless he just doesn't want to move out to the West Coast. I don't know. I don't know why he wouldn't accept. Now, from the Lakers' perspective, now this is more interesting, obviously. They must believe that he is a guy that, shows the toughness that I think the Lakers need. And when I mean toughness, I don't mean in the toughness of, they're undisciplined. A toughness, but and also of new ideas, because we had talked about, a possible coach in Cleveland and, getting these assistants with fresh ideas. But, with Dan Hurley, I think that's obviously what they must be thinking, because if you're moving on from JJ Redick, who was supposed to be this hot guy and blah, 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 and he's very cerebral and him and LeBron got a great relationship, then obviously they believe that some of those attributes Dan Hurley possesses as well, but also it has more of the pedigree, has done it before. Where with JJ Redick, you're bringing in a guy that hasn't done it before, really. I don't even know at any level he's ever done it before. So it's just very interesting. I don't exactly hate the move from either side, though. I think that with the Lakers, it's showtime. It's LA. You want a big splash. I think Dan Hurley is a big splash. Is it a little bit unconventional from what we thought it was going to be? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But, as long as you have LeBron's blessing, Because realistically, that's kind of what they're only hoping for, is that he resigns and that he comes back and he's okay with whoever the coach is. And if you check both of those boxes, then it's a win. So I don't know. I as a basketball fan, I'm intrigued by it, and so I don't know. I think it's good for the game.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'll say it in two retrospects. I think the Lakers made this a move as present and future.
Okay.
Because I think the Lakers have come to the realization, look, we can't keep firing coaches. We can't.
Oh, you mean like the Cleveland Browns did?
Correct. We
Okay.
can't keep firing coaches. Let's think about this. You had Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham got that team where they weren't even expected to get to the Western Conference Finals the year before this year.
That's
got
true.
them to the Western Conference Finals, and truthfully, with a little bit of luck, would have went the Lakers' way. They could have been in the finals last year.
That is true.
And the same could be said for them this year. With a little bit of luck, they had to lead in almost all 4 games that they lost to Denver.
Yeah. And they won the play-in series. I mean, they at a time this year they were one of the best teams. I mean,
yeah. So, and Darvin Ham might not be the greatest coach, but he's a good coach.
He's like a bigger staff, I think. He's a good coach. He's a really good coach.
He's a good coach. I think he's a little better than Bickerstaff.
Well, but on that level of maybe they don't think that it's enough to get over. I don't know. I mean, he did, like to your point, take him to the Western Conference Finals. So.
Especially when nobody was expecting them to get that far. Yeah. And then before that, you had Vogel. And all he did was coach them to a championship in a year that was probably the hardest year to coach anybody to a championship, because he did it in the bubble, especially with all the players probably.
Oh, that's a Mickey Mouse ring. Ask the people on X. They'll tell you it doesn't count.
But the fact they had to withstand the war of attrition, go down correct. Somewhere where nobody probably wanted to go, and half them teams was probably begging out.
And that Clippers team they beat, that was a really good Clippers team.
Yeah, I mean, so, and then a year after he won the championship, he got shown the door.
Damn, they don't mess around, do they?
No, they don't. So they done probably came to the point, they didn't have 4 coaches in LeBron's time there. So, and I think they made this move for LeBron and post LeBron. Because to be real, you got to look at it. LeBron's going on 40 this year. How long really is he going to stay and play?
I don't know. I mean, if he keeps on, you see Tom Brady playing till 45. I mean, and that's football.
Yeah, but I don't really see LeBron going not too much, maybe a year, 2 years, 3 tops. Yeah. Going.
I say 3 tops. I'm with you on that. But I do think that in that 3 years tops, I think there's a couple of things he wants to accomplish. I think maybe one more year in LA, maybe, because he'll probably sign a 2-year deal with a player option for that second year.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I feel like he still wants that. There's something about Cleveland. There's something about finishing there. I still believe that there's something to that, because with this Cavs team gets really, really good this year and they go to the Eastern Conference Finals, that's got to be attractive to LeBron to come back and say, look, I come back, we're in the finals at least.
But you know how that goes. I just say this. Only way I see LeBron coming back as a Cav, and I could be wrong, I only see him coming back to sign a 1-day contract. Unless something definitely goes astray in LA. And I mean, something definitely has to go astray.
I could see it. See, that's the thing about the LA thing. I think circumstances are going to dictate it more than his willingness to want to do it. I believe you're right. I think that, like, I don't think in his mind he really wants to or is really thinking about it. But I just think that the LA thing, no matter what, I don't see them being that great this year for what. I don't know what these people think that LA is going to make these great moves and somehow become this great team. I just don't see it. I think they're mediocre and they're going to continue to be that way.
They'll win about 45 to 50 games.
Yep.
And then, depending on who they got in the first round, they may survive They may
Look at the
not.
West. Do you think Minnesota, OKC, Denver, are they going away? Dallas, are they going away?
No. And you just named 4 right there: Minnesota, OKC, Denver, and Dallas.
Yeah.
Never mind, you got Phoenix.
Never mind. Oh, jeez.
Then right next door, you got the Clippers.
Clippers.
Then,
Jeez.
let's not forget, John Moran will be back next year.
Memphis, yes.
Memphis. I mean,
Jeez.
New Orleans.
I mean, like I said, I think he might be forced back to the East, and if he does, I think Cleveland is his only really. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm going with this. I don't think it's what he really wants to do, but I think circumstances on the floor
Circumstance dictate.
Yes.
Circumstance dictate, dude. Come on back to the East.
Yes.
And like I said, in the meanwhile, here in Cleveland, the Cavs are still conducting their coaching search. Heard they interviewed Alderman in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that Alderman's son that used to coach Portland?
Rick, yeah, I think it might
Rick
be, and that's
son?
yeah. I don't have a problem with that because Rick was a good coach for the Trailblazers, led them to the finals against the Pistons, the bad boys back in the day. So I'm okay with that. Like I said, I think that getting a quality assistant from a quality team and an organization is the way that the Cavaliers want to go. You look at Kobe Altman, and he's very cerebral. He's kind of like, Kobe Altman reminds me of like he would fit into the Browns regime with Andrew Barry and kind of things like that. So I think that's the way the NBA is going as well. So, I'm all for, especially what you said last week about bringing in a guy with fresh new ideas, because I don't think they want to retread. They don't want to retread. I think you're absolutely right about the whole retread thing. So I don't think, Kenny Atkinson. The more I think about it, I think that like he's not going to be the coach because he had a stint with Brooklyn, and I'm saying you can say what you want, and he got him a little better, but ultimately he doesn't have that job anymore for a reason. If he was so great, right? Why wouldn't he still be there? I mean, that's how I look at it.
True.
So
especially in the next year, you had picked up Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and
you got
James
worse.
Harden. And that's what I said. And like I said, it's one thing when you're coaching with no expectations.
Yes.
But when you come here, it's going to be expectations.
Yeah, you think Dan's going to just say, "Oh, you got a year to just figure it out"? I don't think so.
Hell no.
I don't think so.
Because one thing I've learned in the NBA and NFL, you could sign a 5-year contract, but you under a 2-year plan.
That's exactly correct.
And if you don't figure out the first year, I'm going to give you that second year. And that second year don't go well, guess what? We got to move
and you might not make it through the whole second year. You might not make. You might make it only the first half. I mean, you might
not. Because if you look at the Lakers. Darvin Ham, 2-year plan. Vogel, was it 2-3 years, something like that? So, I mean, you really on a 2-year plan in the NBA. 5 years, okay, yeah.
What's that?
We'll sign you. We'll pay you, but
you ain't coaching.
You only got 2 years.
Yep.
2 years to get it right. So, like I said, and then Cavs also interviewed Mika Norrie with Minnesota.
I like that.
Who else did they interview this week?
Wasn't it the guy from Miami, Schneider? Or did
they interviewed Quinn?
Okay.
Yeah, they interviewed Quinn.
And then we obviously had Atkinson probably, and then
Atkinson, I think, was the first one. I think.
Yeah, it was the first.
Yeah. So remains to be seen. Yep. Because I think the Cavs will probably hire a coach when they figure out what Donovan Mitchell was actually going to do.
I think you're right. I mean, that makes the most logical sense.
Mm-hmm. Once Donovan Mitchell figures out what he's going to do, which will probably be the end of this month or July.
Yeah, I think he's got.
That's when you'll hear about the Cavs hiring a new coach.
Yeah, that's fine. Sign the 4-year, $208 million extension, Donovan, and I really don't care who coaches.
Because, like I said, I really honestly think, depending on who the coach is, Darius Garland could still be here. I
agree with that. I agree with that.
I think the backcourt can work. Now, the front court, I don't know if you can have 2 guys that can't shoot.
Yeah.
Unless Evan Mobley does leaps and bounds this summertime and stuff. So,
Yeah, and they're keeping Mobley. So I think Allen will be the first one out, even though it pains me to see that because all Allen does is do everything right on the court, and yet it's going to seem like he's the one that's the first one out the door for. It's like a kid getting in trouble, and it's not really the kid's fault, but it's just easier to send him away than it would be the other three bad kids,
Right. But I also had another idea in place also with Jared Allen if he's still here next year. I would, if the Cavs could get another power forward that could shoot. What's up, Sean Hall? Now I'm getting comments. This is what's up. There
What's
we
up,
go.
brother?
There we go. What's up, Sean? If I was the Cavs, got your comment this time. Last week I had technical difficulties. So I had to reset some settings. Now, if I was the Cavs, I would have Jared Allen come off the bench next year. If the Cavs get a power forward that can spread the floor, stretch forward, power forward, and of course a small forward and everything, I would venture towards that. Where you really wouldn't miss nothing because you'll have both centers in. And Jared Allen can give you 10 off the bench easy.
See, I think the biggest issue with the whole Allen and Mobley, let's be real. Let's just call it for what it is. If we had a number 3 that could actually score / do everything that a quality star number 3 could do, then I don't think we'd be having this much issue with the 4 and 5. You know what I'm saying? That it's the 3 that's kind of dictating it more than the 1 and the 2. I think you agree with me, Keith Allen.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Because honestly, think of some number 4s the Cavs could get.
Yeah.
Because I think the Knicks are parting off Julius Randle this year. So
yeah, he's always hurt. That's his problem.
Yeah. But if they can find somebody in the draft or something, stretch 4. But the really main thing, they got to get that 3 position right.
Yeah. It's not Isaac Okoro, even though I would bring him back for the right price because I think that if you could get because let's be real, the salaries in the NBA are ridiculous. You don't even have to be good and you get a large contract. So, I mean, if you could bring him back, he does do some of the things. He has shown improvement, but just not enough to make that 4 and 5 spot, gel and click the way that we want to see it in Cleveland.
Right. And I don't think you have to break the bank to get a
No, I don't either.
Anyway.
And that's fine. Yeah, I agree.
You ain't got to break the bank. And also, we need a coach that can scheme towards the talent of his players.
See, I think that was a knock on JB. It wasn't just the rotations, but it was also putting the players in the position that they could best, show off their skills and their talents. And I don't think we always got that on a night in, night out basis.
Because the thing with the Cavs was they played too slow.
I know they got guys that can get out, run, shoot, do all that, and it's like sometimes you'd slow it down. And it's like, why? This is not the makeup of the team.
It's not.
Allen can run the floor. Mobley can run the floor. You have bigs that can run the floor, and yet you're slowing it down.
Thank you. And Isaac Okoro will probably never be that jump shooter.
No, so don't make him a runner.
But he's a hell of a slasher. He can get to the hole.
Yep.
Easily. Get to the cup.
Yep.
But
you
never really saw that.
You want to make him a jump shooter. Why?
And then you want to alternate point guards with Darius and Donovan, and it's like, no. Because whoever the coach comes to the Cavs, because I honestly don't want to see them trade Darius Garland. For real. Now, I might have got on Darius' ass during the regular season or whatnot. But that dude can score. But you got to empower him to play his game. And tell him that the ball is in your hands. You are the point guard. Donovan Mitchell, you play off the ball. Make your offense. And we go from there.
And because he's a max player, let's be real, what you're going to get in return is not equal value.
No,
it'll be equal value with the sense of the money. You're just going to get some overinflated contracts sent back your way. And maybe you get one guy that's okay quality starter, but the 2 other guys that you have to take on will just be people that you can't wait to get off your books.
You really be frustrated.
Yeah, I mean, we already got Strus, we already got Naeem, we already got a couple cats that we wish we probably didn't sign.
Be honest, Niang should probably be the 10th player on the roster.
Yep.
I'd rather see Imani Bates out there.
So would I.
And hopefully the new coach can empower the young guys. But I do want to see Imani Bates. I don't know if Porter going to play Summer League ball, but I do need to see Imani Bates play Summer League.
Oh, he definitely should be. He should. Yeah.
I definitely want to see him play Summer League because whoever the new coach is going to get into Imani's head like, look, you may be a key part of the rotation this year, buddy.
Yeah.
Kid gloves are off.
Well, maybe that'll push him. And he needs to hit the weight room a little bit, maybe. But
Yeah, definitely. But far as the Cavs, the coaching search continues. Check back with us in July.
Yeah, pretty
much.
I'm
telling you, that's when the coach gonna come up. I'm gonna be honest. That's when the coach gonna come up. Because if the coach gonna come up right around when Donovan decides whether he's gonna sign to stay or do whatever.
I would agree.
So, hey, all points look like he's staying, but hey, we got a long time between now and July.
Yes.
So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned. Sean Hart said, I didn't mind getting that assistant coach from Miami, Quinn. I don't either. I like Quinn.
Heat culture.
I like Quinn. Heat culture, and plus he's developmental. He can develop players.
Yeah. We got plenty too.
It don't matter who Miami take or pick in the draft. And they don't pick high lottery.
No.
But they still get players that can play ball.
They made Tyler a hero.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. But moving right along, let's see where we at. Okay. We're going to move on to baseball, where the Cleveland Guardians have hit like a little mini hiccup. Mini hiccup. They split with the Kansas City Royals. And I'm going to be honest. Do you remember when we was on We Like Sports Show and you asked, was the Royals contenders or pretenders? I'm going to say this. I think they're in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
After seeing them this week against the Guardians, and then last night, they somehow pulled a win out of a loss and defeated Seattle. And Seattle was a pretty decent team with a pretty decent pitching staff. Came back from 8-0.
Wow.
And won 10-9. And Bobby Witt.
He's a player. He's a player.
That dude, nasty. Like I said, Kansas City gave the Guardians all they needed. Because when we was on We Like Sports Show, the game started and we got off. It was down. The Guardians was down 5-0.
5-0, yeah.
And we was down 5-0 against their best pitcher. But the Guardians did come back and everything. Shouts out to the Guardians. But the Guardians have let opportunities slip away in the past 2 games. The runners on base and whatnot. And what I've seen as a team, the Guardians make a lot of base running blunders. If I'm not mistaken, and I'm just watching, I'm like, man, why did he do that? Why? Because they say you never want to be the last out to be on the base running blunder.
Right.
And we've had plenty of that.
Don't run yourself out of an inning.
Yes, we've had plenty of that. And like I said, and I'll say this, maybe this mini rough patch could prove good to the Guardians. And this is why. Because if the Guardians would have kept winning and winning and winning and winning and winning, management,
I know where you're going with this.
would have stood pat like, why would we need to make a trade? We got everything going on right now as is. Not thinking you won't be playing the Also Rans in October. You'll be playing Baltimore, New York, Kansas City possibly, Minnesota possibly,
Houston.
and whoever. Houston. Even though I think Houston
or Seattle or
or
Texas.
Seattle. I don't know what Texas
There's
is on a
something not
World
right.
Series hangover
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, well, good for them.
And Houston then lost 2 of their starting pitchers for
Yeah,
the season. So if they make it, it'll be a miracle. But Seattle has a good pitching staff.
yeah.
And you done lost and you got them. That's what you're facing in October. You're not gonna face the Angels. Who else? The White Sox. You know,
Boston.
Boston,
Yeah,
the Blue Jays.
yeah,
You're not facing them in October. You're facing the Yankees, got nothing but offense, and also best pitching staff in the AL.
yeah,
Baltimore, nothing but offense. Carbon copy of New York, for real, for
yeah.
real.
Pretty
They're
much.
just a
Yeah.
lot younger.
Yep.
Pitching staff is decent. Then you got Kansas City, similar to the Guardians in
Yep.
offense, but pitching staff is a little more sturdier than ours, I think.
Yeah.
But I think we got them in the bullpen. Then you got
Now,
Minnesota. They always figure out a way to hang around. But if they're in the same bracket with New York could take care of them. But
yeah,
if you got to
always.
deal
They
with,
always have.
but if you got to deal with Houston,
Yeah.
so hopefully, because we haven't been getting no hitting lately, and like what did I say Tuesday? What we needed?
2 bats. You said 2 bats.
2 bats, an arm in the bullpen, and an arm on the starting rotation.
Yep.
Because
You want a 4-pack. You want a 4-pack. You want 2
Yes.
bats, 2 arms.
Yes, 2 bats, 2 arms. That's
Yeah.
what we need. Because I don't know.
Well, like I said at the beginning of the show to open up, I was doing well, but I got PTSD because anytime you go down to and play the Marlins and lose 3-2, it just harkens back to
Yeah.
Game 7 of '97 with the World Series and losing 3-2. Last night wasn't quite the same. Obviously, didn't have to go to extra innings, but it was a frustrating game. Like you said, you had runners on base and you couldn't get them home, and there's something about Cleveland when they play the Marlins. Just we struggle, and they're not good. This is not the '97 Marlins, and I don't know. We
Yes.
should have. We had the hiccup against Kansas City on Thursday
Same
at
thing.
home.
It was
Yeah.
same thing.
Could not
They
get people home.
could
Just
not
couldn't
get
get them
people home.
Yeah.
And they need another hitter.
They
David
need to.
Fry starting to come back to earth.
He is. He is.
Josh Naylor is batting .223.
Jeez.
They're
going down like his brother. Are they having a contest who can have the worst average? I mean, because it's trending that way.
I don't know, because what's Bo bat? Bo not even getting in some games, if you noticed.
No. Well, that's
They
a
went
good
with
thing.
Austin Hedges and David Fry behind the plate. Because like I said, if I'm going to have somebody batting 170, I might as well put Hedges back there. Because at least I know Hedges going to take care of my pitching staff, regardless. Yep. So, Guardians, I hope you're doing your homework on finding some players for the stretch run.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say. But also, the All-Star vote is here. Make sure that you vote for Jose Ramirez, Steve Kwan, and Josh Naylor. Even though Naylor's in a little batting slump right now, he deserves recognition to go. Actually, he should have went last year.
Yes, that was a snub last year.
Yeah, he should have went last year. But make sure you get those 3 guys in, fans, Guardian fans, because trust me, I know I'm voting for an All-Star thing. It's going to be a few Guardians, and there's going to be a few more Yankees.
No, lots of Yankees, I got a feeling.
Left field, I'm going to vote for Stephen Kwan.
There you go. But I think Judge and Soto are going to be the other 2 out there.
You damn right on that. Third base, Jose.
Yes.
First base, got to go with Josh.
Okay.
Now, second short catcher, Oh, no, second, Jimenez. What I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Jimenez.
Yeah.
Now, short, I ain't really
Mm,
too crazy about the Yankees shortstop, truthfully. So
yeah.
somebody will get in from somewhere.
So-
And catcher, I ain't too crazy about our catching position or the Yankees. Anyway, but pitching staff, you can get about 2 or 3 of the Yankee starters because Garrett Cole be coming
Garrett
back pretty
Cole, yeah.
soon. Now we need our Garrett Cole to come back. What's my guy name in the minors? Gavin
Gavin
Williams.
Williams. Yeah.
We need him to come back, but we still need another arm in the
Oh
starting
yeah.
rotation because
No doubt.
it's going 5 innings and 5 1/3.
I know you got to at least get 6, 7. Come on, guys. It's
Yes.
get the pitch count down, get some balls in play, and let's get some outs.
Sean Hall, agree with you, Ed. That game brought flashbacks to the World Series.
I mean, not good ones either. Not good ones.
No, it brought my whole high down back
Yeah.
then in my past life.
Fucked with the high. That's not good.
In my past life, yeah, it brought
Yeah,
my
right.
whole high down there.
Right.
Ooh wee. That was a bad night. I don't even want to think about that night. Hopefully the Guardians make up for it tonight.
Yes.
Who's pitching tonight for the Guardians?
That's a good question. I was so disappointed in them last night. I didn't even want to. I didn't turn the page yet.
Let me go to my cheat sheet.
Okay.
Oh, we got Ben Lively pitching today.
Okay,
He's going
solid.
up against Munoz.
Okay.
Ben Lively, 5-2, 2.84 ERA.
Okay.
Going against Munoz, 1-1, 5.17.
Okay.
But
Well,
have you noticed, for some reason, the bats don't come to life against the Marlins?
that's the issue. I mean, we always tend to play down or to the level of the competition. I feel like when we play bad teams, like even Colorado, it's like, come on. Like, I just don't get it. Like sometimes
Yeah.
it's
It's like, really? Can't be serious.
yeah.
But anyway, come on, Guardians. You can get 2 out of 3. You can win this series.
Yep.
You can definitely win this series. Sean Hall said, yeah, they're bouncing back.
Good.
Gotta
We need
bounce
it.
back.
Got
Gotta
to.
bounce back. But anyway, we're going to move right along as we go to the Cleveland Browns. They are starting mandatory minicamp, and they came to terms with a second-round pick. What is Hall's first name for the Browns?
Oh gosh. Why? I hate to say this because it makes me seem like a hater, but I'm a big Buckeye fan, as you know, but I don't know with this one. This one is going to be, I think, more of a project than we think. I don't know if he's going to be a plug and play kind of guy, but I think with the rotation that we have and things, I think he'll be fine. But I don't know. I'm just not as gung ho on him as what everybody else seems to be, but we shall see. And that's why I don't know his name off the top of my bat because
It's Mike Hall, I think, if I'm
it's Mike,
mistaken.
yeah.
Michael Hall, yeah. Michael Hall, local guy from Streetsboro.
Yeah.
Got signed to a contract yesterday. Second round pick. We'll see, because you got to think that defensive tackle position is going to be interesting through mandatory minicamp and training camp, because where they're saying Ika might not make the team next year.
Wow.
This year. For real.
Mm.
And they got to go against the grown men to get their spots, get their playing time.
Well, if he does, he does, and good form. I hope he does. But I'm just looking at it going into it as where I think a lot of people have him penciled in to be this, that, or the other, and I don't know where I'm at with that.
I don't know where I'm at with that either. I think he can this year. I think situational.
Yeah, more. Yeah, I think he'll put up some numbers. Yes. Yeah.
But far as starting, no.
Yeah,
I can't go with that right now. I have to see what he do in the preseason. I would definitely have to see what he do.
I need live bullets to see what he can do first. That's all.
Definitely. But we'll see. But the Browns do start mandatory minicamp this week. And hey, And they had a football camp the other day, matter of fact, down at the stadium on Thursday night. Thursday night or Friday night. They had a football camp at night down there at the stadium for the Browns for flag football thing.
Oh, okay. Well, good for that's good.
Yeah. Good for the kids and everything.
Yes.
Good for the kids, good for the Browns. Definitely. And think about it. It's June now.
We're almost there, Keith. We're knocking
3
on
more
the door
months.
here. We're knocking on the door.
I'm telling you. I'm thinking about, but you know what I'm thinking about doing this year? I'm thinking about doing a pick'em show also. Along with our Browns coverage and everything, I'm thinking about doing a pick'em show where we'll pick all the games, like on a Thursday or Wednesday, and pick all the games for the week. I'm thinking about that. You right, Sean. Go Buckeyes. Got to go next week and get a couple of sports games for the PS5, college football, and Madden 25.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the college football game. I think that comes out in July, actually. And the Buckeyes are ranked, like according to ESPN, it's league
like
99, best team on the game. Georgia number 2 at 98. So pick up that game, Sean. The Buckeyes, roll with them, and I think you'll get plenty of wins.
Hopefully, that'll be the national championship.
Yeah, then we'll have CJ. You know what? Honestly, Keith, I hope it's not the national championship. I hope the Buckeyes get some cupcake Cinderella team and blow them out 62-7 like Georgia did against TCU.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Because that national championship really was Ohio State and Georgia.
In Georgia, yep, I agree.
Everybody knows. And think about it. No, it's crazy. You don't even mention the fact that Michigan was even in that series, and like, how in the world did they lose to TCU?
I know.
Wow.
But they didn't have the signs. They didn't have the signs, I guess. Who knows?
Yeah, but Michigan made up for it the next year, though. God damn.
Let's revisit something else, Keith. Let's not talk. My guy.
No doubt. Now, what was I saying? Damn. I got threw off track. The Browns are starting OTAs.
Yes.
And everything. And, hey, Deshaun Watson still on the mend. Like I said, nothing really is a big deal right now until September 8th.
No. I saw something, Keith, and I wanted to get your thoughts on this. Okay. So the Browns were not picked to go play in the first game, the kickoff, not the kickoff, but the first game in Brazil. Okay. So they picked Green Bay and Philly. Okay. So I saw this thing on X and social media
that they can't wear green.
They can't wear green because of the gangs, and that the teams will basically be locked in their hotel rooms because of the violence down there. Why are we pushing for games in countries that I don't, if I'm a player, and just like when they talk about having a team in Mexico City and things like that, I would pull an Eli Manning. If I was a player, no offense, but I love America, and great for the world to have the game as well. But let's be real. If you can't ensure player safety, if it's not safe to be in these places, why the hell are we going there? And I know it's for the almighty dollar, but say something. Say one of our players gets stabbed or heaven forbid, something even worse than that even. And these, what is it going to take? Because if I'm the players union, I'm saying we can't even wear the colors green. Those are our uniform colors because of gangs.
That's what I said. Both of the teams, guess what? We're green.
That's ridiculous, right? Both of them. Why would you pick Green Bay then? You should have rolled with the Browns then. You should have, if that's the case.
Hey, like they say, that's what happens when you fuck with Cleveland.
That's right. Well, hopefully nothing happens to those Green Bay players.
No, I hope nothing happens to none of those players, period, because they don't deserve none of that.
No, but I'm mad at the NFL for
it seems like somebody didn't do their homework in the NFL. Because if you can go find out what your draft picks did 10 years ago, you mean to tell me nobody went to Brazil to scout out the land?
I mean, just saying.
And you got two teams with that color? So what are they supposed to wear?
I don't know. I don't know.
What are they supposed to wear?
All white, all black. I don't know. What do you do? I don't know. I don't know.
That means Green Bay going to
Yellow.
throw on one of them ugly throwback uniforms they
Yeah, well, I
had
think
before.
that's what I think they were suggesting. Like, I know Green Bay has those yellow ones that are throwback ones that are all nasty, and then I know Philly has one that I think has kind of yellow blue or I forget what it was, something ugly as well. That nobody wants to see that though.
Somebody didn't do their homework in the NFL. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my!
Somebody didn't do their homework in the NFL because it's like you usually your safety patrol is supposed to scout the land for any potential threats or problems.
Well, you wouldn't have a crypt barbecue on blood territory and then tell everybody to wear blue. Now, would you?
No,
No,
hell
you wouldn't.
no.
No, you wouldn't do that.
So why would you think you could get that shit off going to another country?
I don't know. Where the Constitution and the Bill of Rights do not follow you as well.
Exactly. Ugh. Somebody dropped the ball in the NFL. Big time.
Just praying, like I said, I'm just praying for the safety of everybody that they make it back. Because I mean, it's we're joking about this, and we are trying to have a little fun with this, and we're allowed to. But at the same time, there are some real player safety concerns that we're having here.
Yeah.
That I mean, I don't know how you overlook that.
Yeah, that's true. I was like, what? I seen that on Twitter. I was like,
I was like, what? I thought it was a joke at first.
Yeah, I was like, what is y'all talking about? I'm like, really? Like, man.
Okay, it's like that, y'all.
Right. Well, anyway, moving right along to our final subject of this show, which is ought to be interesting because we've been talking about the WNBA a lot, a whole lot. And we found out also yesterday that Catlin Clark is left off the Team USA Olympic basketball roster for the ladies. Now, Ed, let me ask you this. Was it right or was it wrong to leave Catlin Clark off the Team USA roster?
Well, here's the deal. Just like anything in sports, it's all about the dollar bill. And it was dumb. It was stupid. Hey, USA basketball, how stupid can you be? I don't care if you're bringing 12 or 13 players. You put her on the damn bird. You fly her over to Paris, France, and you have her in a Team USA jersey because I don't know how many people would buy a Catlin Clark women's USA team basketball jersey. I don't know, probably every single girl in every flyover state in America. Okay, so you lost it from a financial standpoint. And then, I don't know, the international game is not as tough as the WNBA has been. And I'll give the WNBA credit. It has turned into the NBA in the 1980s, which I happen to love. I know you love that as well, Keith Allen. We love that brand.
Like I said, everybody's overreacting.
Yes.
They've been doing this in the WNBA.
We love the
They've been doing this since 1996 or 97.
Well, the spotlight's definitely on. Yes. Well,
but the only difference is the spotlight was on when they first started, and the spotlight went off in the 2000s.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And then Catlin Clark, Angel Reese brought people back to the game.
Well, they put the new light bulb in. They screwed in that light bulb. We're all watching it now. We're all seeing the physicality. Yeah. We're loving it. We're loving it. But Team USA,
love it.
We love. But here's the thing, Keith. Women's international basketball is not as physical as what's
it's not.
And what can Catlin Clark do really well? She can shoot.
And like I said, she might not be in the top 10 players, but you mean to tell me she's not in the top 15, 20?
Just put her on the bird and sit her on the bench then.
That's it. They did it with Kristen Leitner.
Yeah, 92 Dream Team. It was Christian Laettner. Listen, okay, you talk about Bird, Magic, and all that. Christian Laettner. He got it over, let's see, Isaiah Thomas. He got it over Mark Price. He got it over. There's so many quality NBA basketball. Reggie Miller. So many that were on Dream Team too. But then, no, they threw Christian Laettner on there. Why? Because he was a good-looking white kid from Duke, and they thought they could sell jerseys. That's what. And Catlin Clark is a white chick that can sell a lot of jerseys. Let's be real. Let's just call it what it is. Call it what it is.
She's the marketing plan now.
She's the marketing. That's what it is.
She's the marketing plan, and you're supposed to go and grow the game,
right?
Because think about this: if I told you from this year might be the first year the WNBA may turn a profit.
Wow!
First year ever. That league has been operating at a loss since they began.
Wow.
Where you got a woman that's came into the league and teams that were playing in 4,000 seat arenas are moving their games to the big arenas.
Yeah.
I mean, and with that, big arenas, you get more national exposure, you get more sponsorships, and that generates more money where you can get more teams and you can get a bigger bag.
Let's be real too. You put Catlin Clark on Team USA. I know everybody's gonna be watching, the Olympics and everything, but that would be must see TV. And just think, I don't know what the ratings are gonna be. I know for the men's it's gonna be high because you got NBA players, but let's be real. You put Catlin Clark on that, the ratings alone would just probably double. I don't know what are you thinking.
Do you know last night they played the Washington Mystics, and the Washington Mystics, they're god awful too. But they played the Mystics, but they moved the game from the 4,000 seat arena to the 20,000 seat arena.
Oh, wow.
And do you know 16,000 seats sold out in a half hour?
Wow.
In a half hour.
I wonder why that is. Why do you think that is, Keith?
Catlin Clark.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think it makes it. Yeah.
And like I said, and the thing is, and I'm gonna just keep it blunt.
Yeah, please do.
I'm gonna keep it blunt. The reason why Catlin Clark gets so much attention, because just like with Steph Curry, you changed the game where you don't have to have all the necessarily physical attributes.
Thank you.
Catlin Clark ain't the fastest woman on the court.
Nope.
She damn sure ain't the most athletic woman on the court. Because she gets lost on defense every time you turn around.
She needs a map.
True. She needs a map quest. But that girl can shoot the lights out.
Yes.
She could shoot. It was just like Steph Curry all over again. I was like, and when I first seen her, I wasn't even paying attention really. And I was like, Catlin Clark, who is this? Then I was like, damn. And I think I watched her the first time against, I want to say, was it Ohio State last year?
Okay, yeah, there's some big games. Yeah, probably the one in January. Yep.
Yep, not the one in January. I mean the year before.
Okay. So even before.
Year before, yeah, the year
Okay.
before I watched her for the first time.
Okay.
I was like, damn, okay, she all right. But I ain't think, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, she all right, girl can shoot.
Yeah, right.
And her shots go off just like Curry's.
They do. They're quick and they're just boom.
They go off just like Curry's. And like when people was making a fuss of the league being too physical with Catlin Clark, get the fuck out of here. Catlin Clark's a grown woman. She can handle herself. Because you notice everybody is complaining and whatnot, raising hell. Yeah. Thank you. Everybody was complaining, raising hell and all this. Oh my God, they're being physical with Catlin and all this. And here it is.
Yep.
Angel Reese got choke slammed.
She did.
Choke slam like she was in WWF.
Yep.
Nobody said shit.
No.
Nobody. But credit Angel Reese because she said this. And this is probably what Catlin Clark's probably thinking, but she's not saying much either. But Angel Reese said, look, I'm a rookie. They're supposed to treat me this way.
Exactly.
I'm going to get the worst of the worst right now.
I'm going to get the shit kicked out of me. Right. It's called initiation.
But it's called initiation. And then also you got to look at it. They're on a different clock than the men because Angel Reese, Catlin Clark, all these girls was just playing in this NCAA tournament 2 months ago.
Yeah.
2 months ago.
They didn't have a break.
No, didn't have a break, so they couldn't do no weight training to prepare themselves from the league.
Yeah, for the physicality that is the WNBA.
They basically went from the Final Four to the WNBA.
Yep. That's what they did, yeah.
Final Four WNBA, where it's a more physical game, and you playing against grown women.
Yeah.
that have been there and done that throughout the league.
And they want to show these rookies, hey, it's still our league.
Now, but I will say this, what they ought to do, because Catlin Clark, right now, they say she's the face of the league, but truthfully, Aja Wilson.
Yeah, the aces, yeah.
No doubt.
Yep.
No doubt. Aja Wilson is the face of the league. But like I said, and I said it before, Catlin Clark just got to figure it out.
She got, what, 30 points last night?
She
or
had
whatever
30 points last night.
She's figuring it out.
She's averaging like 16 a game as a rookie.
That's pretty good.
As a rookie, pretty damn good. Yep. Angel Reese is averaging a double-double as a rookie.
Good. Pretty good.
Pretty damn good.
Yep.
So, I mean, they just got to figure it out. And like I said, the league is geared for the veterans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, people raising hell, they're being physical with her, quit. What's the name? It's the real world.
What are your so you agree with me that the U.S. women's basketball team made a major mistake?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. Now, I ain't gonna say Catlin Clark should be starting on the U.S. Olympic team. No. Hell no. But I don't see nothing wrong with her being the 12th man or 13th woman off the bench or whatever. You can take the roster to 15 if I ain't mistaken. So, I mean, that, I don't see nothing wrong with that at all.
I would have put Angel Reese and her on it, and then I would have put both on.
If you want to sell your game, get the game bigger, get the bag. If it's about the money, that's what you do.
Could you imagine Catlin Clark and Angel Reese doing commercials for NBC Olympics, showing drill? I mean, God, the sport. Why wouldn't you do? We got next, and we're the. I don't get it.
Yes, those are the future faces of the league.
I don't
right now. And like I said, you don't have to play them, but
no,
they should be
profit
there.
Off them. Just profit
marketing, marketing. This is why, and like I was about to tell you in the conversation we had just before going on here, I see the problem with the WNBA. They get in their own way sometimes, like Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
But they don't market their stars because really you wasn't seeing commercials from their players really till this year.
Yeah.
Why wasn't we seeing commercials with Aja Wilson last year, year before last? And with Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, Sabrina Ionescu.
Yep.
We didn't even know Sabrina. Well, it's through college, but I mean.
But the average you ask the average person on the street,
they wouldn't know who she was.
No idea.
Until she got on the All-Star break and went against Steph Curry in a 3-point shooting
That's
contest.
the only reason people know her. Exactly. Yep.
Exactly. So, I mean, they need to do a better job of marketing their stars.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Aja Wilson should be on everything. Everything. Breanna Stewart should be on everything.
Everything. You're right.
Everything. Because Catlin Clark damn near on everything now.
That's how you market. You oversaturate.
Hey, I go on my Instagram. I see a lot of Angel Reese on my Instagram. On my what else I got? I got TikTok.
Look at Keith Allen got it all here.
TikTok. I see Angel Reese, Paige Beckers, Flo J. Johnson, all on my TikTok. Cameron Brink. Yep. And one that's going to cash out on all of them is going to be Cameron Brink because she's actually in the right spot in L.A.
Yep.
She's going to cash out on all of them. For real. Yeah. And she's pretty good.
She's a defense. She's really good. She's really good.
She's pretty good. So really, if the league does it right, their future could be very bright. Because they got stars coming for the next few years. Because you got Flo J., Paige coming out next year. Then the year after that, possibly Juju Watkins.
The real Jordan. She's Jordan.
Yes. Yes.
That's the one that's going to be the,
Yes. She is cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Gino Auriemma got some bullets in the
Yeah,
gun
he's always
coming
got
next
some in the
year.
pipeline, yeah.
Because think about it. UConn probably would have went to the championship this year if his people not been hurt.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, also to that one play at the end with the illegal screen or whatever like that. Who knows what would have happened?
Man,
We don't want to talk. We won't get into that one again.
that
But
was a terrible call.
You know what's funny though? It seems like controversy when you have that call in NCAA women's basketball. Then you got all this Catlin Clark stuff. I'll give the women credit. Controversy is what keeps it in the game and in people's minds. So it's been good for the sport.
Honestly, controversy keeps you talking about them.
That's right. Keeps you relevant.
Keeps you relevant. Because like I said, it's just because what people got to realize, WNBA ain't a bunch of Girl Scouts. They're grown-ass women that are competitive and want to play basketball.
Football, yeah.
And have been doing it, and they're pretty damn good.
Yeah, and they'll kick your ass too if and choke slam you if necessary.
Because truthfully, I mean, when people are saying, "Oh, they're hating on," I'm like, no, they're not hating on Catlin Clark.
That's just who they are. That's just who they are.
That's who they are. They're in between the lines. They're competitive. They're trying to win. And also, Catlin Clark talks shit too.
Oh yeah.
Let's not forget she's not an angel out there either.
No,
she talks shit too.
Yep, absolutely.
So, come on now, stuff she did against South Carolina last year when they beat them, where she wouldn't even guard the one girl, the girl that came back to get them this year.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even guard her last. She was just like, she good.
Right.
And doing all this and all that. But one thing I will say about Catlin Clark, she don't complain, and she can dish it out, and she can take it. So that's why she's like, it's all in the game.
Yeah. It's all these other people that are making it seem like there's an issue.
But see what it is, it's all these other little casual pansy-ass fans.
Yes.
Casual pansy-ass fans, and they're not used to no black girls getting physical with white girls. And just being real, they're not used to all that.
Right,
they're not used to it all. And to be honest, the Catlin Clark hit what old girl did Catlin Clark, even though it wasn't necessary in the game, that was nothing compared to what old girl did to Angel Reese.
No, I agree.
She had Angel Reese in midair and like threw her off the top rope.
It's like that Undertaker shit.
That was a WWF play, and I ain't see nobody raising hell then.
Well, that was black on black crime, Keith, so nobody's going to say nothing.
But when nobody raising hell then, but now all of a sudden the girl just hip checks her, and all of a sudden now, oh my God!
What are you talking, Keith? What are you talking about?
Why are you doing this to Catlin? Oh no! You can't do that to Catlin. She should be banned out the league. She's a thug. Yep. She's not a thug. She's an athlete.
John Beelan says she's a thug. John Beelan. Remember he said that? John Beelan. I don't want to mention his
That's
name.
why Beelan's not in the league now.
Thank God. Thank God.
That's why she's an athlete. They're competing. Right. They're competing. And like I said, Catlin Clark just got to find her niche and find her way. That's all. And like I said, she's a rookie. So she's going to have some good games. And she's going to have some games like she had against the Liberty where she only scored 3 points.
Yep.
But the Liberty is the creme de la creme of the WNBA.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she just got to find her way. And plus, the team is bad.
True that. Well, Team USA, you didn't do us a favor. We wanted to watch Catlin Clark and hell, bring Angel Reese, bring them all on. Bring Cam. You should have brought more of these young rookies. I don't care. Send them on the bench, make promos. But Team USA, you got it wrong. And at All About Sports 216, we're calling you out for it.
Yes, definitely. Because Aja Wilson on the team, I know.
No, she should be.
She better be.
She better be.
Better be. But like I said, she should have got named to the team. But I don't know. WNBA getting in their own way.
I guess.
Getting in their own way. That's all I could say. But anyway, That brings us to the conclusion of the. I was about to say the We Like Sports show. Oh
No.
shit! Uh, of All About Sports 216. Also, the Cleveland. Oh shit! The Cleveland Monsters
Oh yeah.
survived.
Did they? Okay. Okay.
They survived. They're down 3-1 to the Hershey hockey team. They go
Bear, is
back
it?
to Hershey for game
Mm,
5.
okay.
Hopefully, the Monsters can pull it out and bring it back to Cleveland for game 6. See, can't nobody say I don't mention hockey. And also, tonight is the beginning of the Stanley Cup. The
Okay.
Edmonton Oilers against the Florida Panthers.
Go
For all
Ed.
you hockey fans out there, game 1.
Okay.
I got something to say to the NBA and NHL. Don't spread it out so much no more.
Thank God. I know it takes forever. It's another
How is it
season.
that we go from late May to June?
It's the whole month,
And we
basically.
ain't talking about late May, like from May 29th to June 1st. We got to wait all the way to June 6th, 7th.
Yeah.
What's the day? June 9th? No,
Pretty much,
June
yeah.
8th.
June
June
8th,
8th. It's like, come on, y'all. Don't do that to us no more. Don't do that to
Yeah.
us no more. Don't do that to us.
I have to say this, cute Keith. I have to give a special birthday shout out to my dog chug partner Andy Manchin today. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Andy!
Happy birthday, Andy.
You are maybe the second best dog chug host besides yours truly, but you and Roger and Ross can fight about that one. So happy birthday, Andy!
Happy birthday, Andy. Also, another sport. It was another sports thing I had to say. It was something else. It was something else. Oh well. I'll remember it next week. Yes.
Yeah, right.
Remember, everybody enjoy the weekend. Matter of fact, like I said, please be sure. Please be sure to I forgot what I was about to say. Damn. Please be sure. Let me scroll down. Subscribe to the Alan Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. There we go. Subscribe. We need your subscriptions. We need them bad. Subscribe to the Alan Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. You'll get this show. And you will get the Triad Committee, the nastiest people on TV. Me, Nasty Nail, and Romeo Rodriguez. We'll probably be telling you about my night out last weekend.
Ooh, gotta tune into that one.
Night out last weekend. And Nasty Nail gonna go into his thoughts and things. It's crazy. I put up an excerpt from the Triad Committee on the Triad Committee what's the name page on TikTok. And I think they muted the video.
It's well, then it's definitely tune in. You got to check that one out because you never know when it's going to get muted, so you'll want to check it out live.
Yes, check it out live and everything and stuff. And like I said, please subscribe to the Alan Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. That's right, the Alan Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. We normally come on every Sunday at 12 p.m., but today, since money purposes got in the way for tomorrow, I decided to come on live today, and thank God it was available, and hey, made it happen. And plus, wasn't late, wasn't no hangover or nothing.
Okay.
I was good and everything. I was good. Also, next week we will be back on our scheduled time and everything. We'll tell you all the sports that's going on with the land and far as the NBA, because I think the finals will still be going on.
Yeah, I think so too. Hopefully.
And we'll probably get some more WNBA news.
We'll even talk some hockey, eh?
Yay. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. You can talk some hockey. So what you think real quick about Stephen A. and Monica Minette having a little brief exchange over the WNBA
I thought that was
stuff.
exciting. I thought Stephen A., he really took offense to that because after that altercation he had on First Take, he went on his podcast and he was not happy calling her out. I think that was the best part.
You know what I didn't like about it? the fact she had her, she said what she said.
Yep.
But for you to come on later on your own thing, on your podcast,
When
and
she's not
say,
on it, and then
didn't say that you gave her opportunity and all this, it was kind of like, so you're basically saying is, how can I say this? You know how you have somebody do something for you,
Yep.
and you don't, if you do something for somebody, you do it because that's something that you want to do or nothing
Yeah,
like
not
that.
to just get a
But you
thank you
don't
for it.
go and throw it up in their face.
Right. Well, that's kind of what.
That wasn't cool to me.
No.
Oh, I gave Molly Kerm an opportunity. I gave such and such an opportunity. And I was like, wow, dude. Really?
Well, not only that, too. If you're gonna say all those things, make sure the other person's there to rebut some of that
to
stuff.
rebuttal
Like,
themselves. Yeah, to defend themselves, huh?
Yeah, like I don't like that when you do that, and it kind of like, and then it's just one sided, and it's not really fair. Then
Right, exactly. And I was like, wow.
he was mad. He was mad.
But he, he was madder than he was at Malika Andrews.
Yes.
She basically told him to shut up on his own show.
Yeah. Yep.
He was madder than this time.
She hit a nerve, I'll tell you that.
And I think what it is with us men, I think sometimes you gotta realize it is the women's game. And they are wired a little different than the guys is and stuff like that. Even though, like I said, my thing was, even though with the thing with Catlin Clark and stuff, it wasn't no basketball play. But I wouldn't go screaming, oh, the league is hating on her.
No, here's the thing. It was a hard play. Maybe it shouldn't have happened, but all the things that everybody else said that Catlin Clark didn't say, it wasn't racist. It wasn't, okay, they're coming after her. It wasn't all the things that all these talking heads have been talking about for the past 2 weeks. It was a hard play that maybe shouldn't have happened. Will it happen again in basketball? Yes. Will it happen to a black person? Will a white person do the same thing to a black person in basketball? Yes. Okay. It will happen again.
They're competitive.
Yes. Thank you.
It's competition. This is not the Girl Scouts.
It's not. Yeah.
It's
everybody wants to make it out to be. Yes. It's not some big issue, social economic issue. It's just basketball.
It's grown women. That's it. Grown women competing.
Heaven forbid. Haven't you ever seen grown women be feisty with each other before? And this is not even in a basketball setting. Have you ever been to a party? Yeah, go to a party, Keith, and see two women not getting along. It's worse than two guys.
All you got to do is go to a job and see that.
Well, thank you. There you go.
All you got to do is go to a job to see that. So, I mean,
thank you.
It's the Queen Bee pop complex.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, hell.
It's life. That's called life.
Catlin Clark ain't complain.
No, that's the thing. Everybody else but her.
Angel Reese didn't complain.
Nope.
And Angel Reese got the worst.
Yeah. I think she kind of likes that, though. I think she kind of likes that. I respect her for that because I think she wants to smoke, and I respect her for that.
Angel Reese is like the Lady Dennis Rodman in this.
Yes.
She's wired like that.
She can shoot better than he can, though.
Yes, she can. It's like, let the girls play.
Yeah.
Just watch.
I agree. And if they want to fight, let's watch. Just let them do their thing. Just watch.
Don't be a casual fan and all of a sudden, oh my God, they're being too rough.
Well, I always call it's these white knight cucks out there that think that these women need saved, and they don't need that. They can handle their own.
They're big girls.
Yes.
They're big girls. And like I said, next year at this time, Angel Reese and Catlin Clark will probably be 10 times better than what they are this year.
Look at Bird and Magic. Have a full year. It happened with Bird and Magic.
Yeah. That's really what it is all over again, Bird and Magic. Because think about it. When Bird and Magic first came to the league, NBA Finals weren't getting showed in real time.
I know. Wow, that's amazing.
I was 9 years old. I had to beg to stay up.
The old tape delay, right? Keith,
The old tape delay. They wouldn't come on till 11:30, 12 o'clock. And that cut into my Big Chuck and Little John time on Friday.
Oh, nice.
So, and right now, this is the way of passage for the WNBA right now. You're seeing something different, and it's going to pay off eventually if the folks let it.
Yeah,
I
agree.
don't overreact. Don't overreact. Just because she get hip
Everybody
check,
thinks
it's
they
not
matter.
a hard. It's not nothing. No malicious act. Old girl ain't a thug. You got people threatening the Chicago sky. It's like, get a life. Really,
get a life. Yes, I agree.
You wouldn't do that shit. And Draymond Green did way worse shit to motherfuckers on the court.
Yep, that's true.
You ain't gonna go threatening Draymond Green.
Nope.
So why would you go threaten a bunch of women?
And none of that too. Let's be real. Angel Reese could probably kick your ass. So let's be real. I mean, come on. Let's be real.
Kennedy, what's her name? Probably kick his ass.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
because you know that when she was on some other teams, that they had let her go because she had threatened other teammates in the past.
Hey, she is who she is.
Girl is not that chick you really want to fuck with.
No. She's wired for this.
Yeah, for real. She's wired for it. And like I said, it's just competition. That's it. And like I said, Catlin Clark learning her way. She's learning her way. Angel Reese learning her way. She's going to be all right. Hell, Catlin Clark, think about it. For all this we've seen, Catlin Clark got 2 30-point games. Got about 2 or 3 20-point games. In a rookie season. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Angel Reese got double-doubles damn near the whole year.
Yep. She's one thing I love about her game is the consistency.
And she's a monster when she plays. I love that tenacity with her. She said she's your friend off the court, but the minute you get in between those lines.
As a white guy, I just want to say this. She a low-key baddie. She's a baddie. I think she's a baddie. I'm just saying, I'm putting that out there. I know that's more for the triad committee, but hey, Keith, low-key baddie. I might, maybe not even low-key baddie. She's a baddie.
She's nice. I'm gonna say that.
I'm just saying.
She's nice. Saying. There's a lot of them that are nice.
I know. They stepping up. I'll tell you that. They stepping up.
Yeah, that's the one thing I do like now that they. Yeah. A lot of them coming out now. Hey.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, I know what you're trying to get at, and to put it in a way that.
And I don't want to get at where I sound sexist.
Yeah, right. We don't want to get canceled here, but let's be real. Right. The NFL does it where the guys will come in with Joe Burrow and all these, even Tua and all these guys, and they'll come in with their fashion. And we do like to see the WNBA. We like to see before games, and give credit to the social media platforms for every WNBA team. They got Cameron Brink walking in, Angel Reese, Catlin Clark. They show their fashion off, and good for them. They should market that. And as people, as fans of the game, it's not a sexist thing to say, hey, look, we like that as part of the game. We like the entertainment value that you get from the NFL or the NBA and the style. Look at the suits that they wear on draft night in the NBA. Now we're looking at the WNBA on draft night as well. It's a big thing. It's a big market thing, and we shouldn't have to shy away from it. And we are not sexist for saying that.
And it draws more viewers.
It does. There's nothing wrong with that.
More people want to watch.
It's a human element to it.
Yes. Why can't I watch an attractive woman on the court?
You have every right to.
Why can't I?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, a lot of casual fans just watch the game. Woosah.
Yeah. And that's why they watch this show, Keith. They watch 2 attractive men, and that's why we get viewers. Yeah. Exactly. We understand this.
Yes.
We get this. Yeah.
So if we understand the dynamic, they should understand the dynamic.
Absolutely.
But anyway, we about to get off here. It's been real, everybody. Don't forget, we will be back on next Sunday at a regularly scheduled time, 12 o'clock, provided nothing changes. But anyway, for me, Keith Allen, and for my man,
Ed in Columbus,
we are out. Peace. Have a good day. Be safe and be aware and keep your head on a swivel. And this is All About Sports 216 signing out. Peace.
the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport.
Ain't that right?
We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport.
Ain't that right?
We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport.
Ain't that right?
We the real McCoys from the AFC